going to guide you through a breath-based meditation, which is a funny thing to say because any meditation which doesn't merge with listening to the breath maybe is incomplete. This will go for 10 minutes and we're going to thread the line between listening, sensing with awareness, and breathing. So there will be times when you become very aware of your breathing and it feels like you're doing the breathing, and there's going to be times when it feels like you're not doing anything and everything's doing itself. And the state that we're exploring is between. So when you move into doing, there can sometimes be an element of forcing. Moving the breath can feel like a cognitive task. It's a cue, and that forcing is this direction. In the other direction is listening and undoing, sensing the happening. And that's not cognitive, that's like pre-cognitive, that's a dissolving of doing. So we're doing this. And over time, our awareness of the space in between becomes more smooth and fluid, and we won't shift from being in doing and forcing to completely passive and responsive. We'll be able to make a dance. So that's what we're going to do now. Feel your sit bones. They're the bony parts of your pelvis just in front of your glutes. Rock gently on the sit bones to find the spot where the plant pot of your pelvis allows the plant of your spine to naturally align itself and grow tall. What that will feel like is if you rock forward and back, you'll notice that there's more tension in the front body when the belly spills and you're rocking forward into anterior tilt, and in posterior tilt there's more of a tension or expansion in the back body, and there's a bit more of a closure of the front. So we want the feeling of equal tension in front and back at all segments, all the way up, especially below the ribs though, equal tension front and back. So if you have a tight lower back, that's going to be detracting from your ability to embrace and observe your breathing. If you have a slumped lower back, that will also affect the way you align through your head, which is an important part of dropping in. So we want to find this sense of neutral, which is a feeling. It's a feeling of neutral. And then through the sternum, there's just this gentle sinking back, this gentle sinking down the back of the sternum. Okay, so not this, but this. What that does, that little sinking back of the sternum, it means that when you fill your belly and your sides with breath, take an inhale now and explore it. There's like a little container over the front of your rib cage and your diaphragm, and that container with a slightly dropped sternum is filling up the balloon of your breath. So feel into that. You relax and release with your hands and your thighs. You may feel your side, your front, and your back body expanding. If you don't feel that, then listen, become quiet, really listen. Notice that the more relaxed you are, the better you can listen. Listen to the breath as you breathe, feeling for that expansion. We don't have to force big breaths. Subtle, slow breaths can be enough to feel the pressure filling, growing like a balloon, and gently emptying. That's all we want you to feel for. And through here, towards the head, the space behind the jaw and just behind the ears is going to release and float. It's like we're letting go of a helium balloon towards the sky. Through the rear crown of the head, tap the rear crown of the head. So it's not the middle of the head, it's towards the back. If your spine was to continue through the back of your head, it's just a couple of inches in front of that, tapping that. Feeling this line through the back of the ears and the jaw. It's gently lifting as the chin and the jaw relaxes down. Breathing in through the nose. We drink the air in as if through a straw. You can involve the mouth in this action. Involve the jaw and the face as if drinking through a straw to breathe in through the nose. And that drinking through a straw action can help you connect your inhalation with the lower part of your body, the trunk. It can help you to breathe diaphragmatically and to experience this drawing down of the breath into this part. Drink in and release and relax as you exhale. Drinking in, feeling the expansion, and on each exhalation the muscles ungrip the bones and soften towards the ground gently a little bit more. While staying attentive and long through the crown, while staying nice and soft and sinky through the jaw. We're not tucking the chin, we're just sinking. And while staying in touch with the sit bones. Watching the breath as it moves in and out. And as you release the tension around the eyes, as you soften your gaze, whatever you're looking at, whether your eyes are closed or open, as you just soften your gaze, you allow the world to come in through your eyes, allowing the world to come to you as you relax. Just notice how the softening of the gaze invites an effortless, deeper breath. Purely with the softening of the gaze, you're breathing more deeply. There's no extra doing. Just allowing the world to come to you. Breathe in, gently listening to the breath drawing in, filling the body from the center, expanding in all directions like a growing sphere of buoyancy. As you breathe out, that sphere shrinks gently, allowing the breath to pass through the nose, surrendering back to the world. As you breathe in, watching the breath expands you, and as it expands you, it's expanding the sensory space, it's expanding your inner space between the sit bones and the crown. As you breathe out and relax your soft tissues, stay long, stay grown like a tree. Breathing in, the internal space expands, it supports your spine, you grow. Breathing out, you stay tall, but easy tall, and you soften the tissues. Continue like that, softly with the eyes, sinking and released with the jaw. Growing through the crown, heavy through the base of the pelvis. Releasing the tension of the tissues into the lightness of the space around you. The air is so light to touch. Meet that lightness with listening tissues. And if you'd like to invite deeper breaths now, and you'd like to repeat this meditation, remember that the deepening of the breath comes from the listening and inviting, not from the forcing. So Feel free to drop into your own meditation now, observing the breath. Feel free to stop the video, replay the video if you want to do another round, listen and scan through again. Enjoy.